You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadows and substances, of things and ideas. No, this is not the Twilight Zone. This is... Family. In this reaction, as you can see, we got no other than Chalamange the God. I said it. We got Chalamange the God. There's some things going on in these streets. I told you. What? Turning Point USA and MAGAs out there at Berkeley shaking in the streets? The Democrats are over here turning on each other as well. You got good old Chalamange the God going neck and neck, no freaky. Head to head, no freaky. All the way in, no freaky on one another. And when I say shots are being fired, family, shots are being fired. What is happening to these streets? Not just the literal streets, but these YouTube internet streets as well, family. Told you. Some things going on. There's some things going on. But we're going to get to it, and we're going to let good old Chalamange say what he got to say as to why he believes these things are transpiring. Let's get to it, shall we? Yes, we shall. Let's continue.
It's Donkey today for Monday, November 10th goes to Roland S. Martin. Y'all know Roland Martin, left-wing political commentator, founder of the Black Star Network. He hosts his show, Roland Martin Unfiltered, on YouTube. Oh, and let's not forget, he is a Democrat dancing machine. Oh, Roland will cut a rug for the Democrats, you hear me? Okay, he loves dancing for Democrats so much that he...
Hold on, family. I can't disagree with him. He is definitely a Democrat dancing machine. When I say he took bootlicking to an all-time, he went to the supreme, to the summit, the tippity top. No freaky of bootlicking. Oh yeah, good old Roland Martin. It don't matter what you do. And the thing about Roland Martin, realistically speaking, family, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, I said it. He knows what he's doing is wrong. Because whenever you listen to him, he spews a bunch of nonsense, but he also puts a little bit of truth in there. You just got to catch it. And then when you catch it, no freaky, not like a STD or something, because it's so nasty. Catch something. You got to catch it when they say it. It just sounds so filthy. But you got to pay attention, because if you don't, you won't never see the nonsense that they pulling right in front of your face. But we're going to let Chalamange continue, shall we? Yes, we shall.
He won't even go to the right when the Tootsie Roll is playing. Okay, it's all to the left for Roland, and that's fine. Okay, respecting him and his political allegiance with Democrats. So it wasn't a surprise to me that Roland had an opinion on my opinion of this current government shutdown, because I feel like Democrats, even though they put up a great fight, it was a valiant effort in regards to healthcare. It was a fight they couldn't win right now. Okay, key word, right now. So open the government back up, because people are out here suffering. Roland didn't like that. Okay, he posted this video with the headline, Beyond Idiotic, Roland tears down Chalamange's shutdown misinformation. That's the word that got my attention, misinformation. What did I say that was misinformation? Well, let's listen to Roland Martin.
Well, family, you heard Chalamange. He said, let's listen to Roland Martin. But here's the twist. We're not going to listen to no little clip that he played. We're going to actually go listen to Roland Martin and hear what he had to say in his entirety. Why wouldn't we? We don't want to hear no nonsense. We want to hear everything, don't we? Yes, of course we do. Let's continue.
Do not listen to people like Chalamange the God. Okay? So Chalamange was talking about this government shutdown, and he made a comment as relate to what Democrats should be doing. Do y'all have that? Okay, play it.
You know what I don't understand, Mimi, and I don't know, maybe you can explain it to me. The health care is going to go up anyway because of the big, beautiful bill, because that didn't include the extension of the tax credits to keep the cost down. So if it's going up anyway, what's the point of Democrats taking the stand to keep the government still closed?
At this point, you're right, because the premiums, which the open enrollment started this weekend, November 1st, and so people are getting those letters in the mail. In fact, one person in Utah, a woman in Utah, she told ABC News that she opened her bill and saw that her monthly premium had already jumped from about $400 a month, Chalamange, to over $2,000 a month. And so at this point, it's like, what's going to happen? Is it retroactive? Like, how is this going to work as we continue to go forward? So you're absolutely right.
And the premiums are set for a year. So at this point, if the premiums have already gone up, if they set for a year, at least give the people some relief and get the
family. In this moment, I don't see anything wrong with what Charlemagne is actually saying, even though I think he's an idiot. I agree with him. You know why? What's the purpose of hurting people? Who are you hurting? Us. The people, by purposely holding the government up in a shutdown when you know you're not even getting what you wanted to get, and or you know it's too late to even try to get more. And or you know you forgot to purposely file certain papers in which would keep your portion of what you got for the government to include the Democrats. You didn't file the paperwork in time. So now you have no nothing, no leverage other than to hurt the people who you're supposed to be protecting. Made no sense. Almost, what, 40 days? 40 days the government was shut down? People can't go buy their food. You got all types of nonsense on the internet. People talking about they ready to go in supermarkets and start stealing. And you telling me it was for nothing? You can't make this shit up, family. Let's continue, though. And Roland is mad?
the government back open.
Do not listen to what the hell he just said. That to me is beyond idiotic, because this battle that we're seeing is not solely about healthcare. Rebecca, I don't know what the hell that was. That was just bullshit.
Did you just heard what he just said, family? It wasn't solely about healthcare. Nobody said it was solely about healthcare. Stop matching words like we don't know no better. We know it wasn't solely one particular bill just for healthcare alone. That's what solely meant. It wasn't just for solely. He think we idiots, family. He think we don't know how to use a dictionary and actually figure out what solely means. What's wrong? Tell you can't trust guys like this. They're snake oil salesmen. But anyway, like I was saying, let him keep talking. Let's go. Because we're here for the content. Oh, yeah,
what I heard was an exchange of two people who don't understand how this works. So what they're talking about are the health insurance premiums that are in the marketplace. The marketplaces are the state exchanges. The state exchanges is because of Obamacare, aka the Affordable Care Act. Here's the thing. Those premiums are effective January 1, 2026. You get about 60 days notice in most states. Some states put out their new expected premiums back in October, some kind of at the end of September. But this is giving notice of, hey, if you continue at the level of health insurance plan that you have, this is what you're going to start to pay effective January 1. And so the erroneous, I mean, this isn't just misinformation here. This starts to like this is intentional disinformation. And for the audience, disinformation is where you have bad.
Okay, family, you heard her, right? What did she say that was any different than what they said, than that female that Chalamange the God was talking to? What did they say that was any different? Only difference was she actually gave a number. This woman right here, whoever she is, she's an idiot. You know why I know she's an idiot? She's on Roland Martin talking about misinformation. No, ma'am, you just gave misinformation. You didn't give no numbers behind what you're talking about. How about that? I'm going to say that again. You, ma'am, did not give any numbers behind what you're talking about. They actually have numbers from people who have gotten those same letters, which you just mentioned, that come out ahead of time, which they was talking about, with the new numbers on it. So what you're trying to say is the new numbers that them people are complaining about isn't true? Or is the fact that they got the letters what is misinformation? What did they say that was misinformation? I don't, maybe if you know, please put in a comment section, talk to me nicely. Let's believe I talk back. She didn't make no sense in what she just said. But let's continue though. Let's see if anybody else got anything smarter to say. I doubt it.
Misleading information that's intentionally targeted to a certain demographic. The demographic here is Black voters. The reason why is that Black voters are the base of the Democratic Party. Right now, the Democrats are in lockstep saying that, no, we're not going to give you the votes that you need in order to end this government shutdown. You Republicans need to come to us and work out a deal. And so by trying to talk to Black folks, so then Black folks can then talk to Democratic members of the House and Democratic members of the Senate to get Democrats to back down, that's what Chalamange is trying to do here. What should happen if I was advising the Democratic Party is tell them, hey, look, there's some Republicans who have introduced clean resolution plus extension of the health insurance credits, sorry, not health insurance credits, but some of the discounts that the government will pay. So people aren't paying those exorbitant health insurance prices starting January 1. So this is disinformation that we're seeing that Chalamange is doing. This is not.
See? You see that, family? And be glad she ain't advising the Democrats. That shit she said, it ain't make no sense. What do you mean? So basically, what you're saying, man, is to hell with us. You got leverage, right? That seems to be the motto. You got leverage, right? We're the leverage, though. That's the problem, family. Us, we're the leverage. We don't want to be your leverage, you baggy-eyed lady. What's wrong with you? You better get it right.
Mistaken information. This is intentional, going after Black voters.
Niambi, the reason I think it's bad advice is because when you are in political battles, you maximize your leverage. And when you are fighting on behalf of people, they understand that there are people who are not getting benefits. They know there are federal workers who are not getting their paychecks as well. But they also are dealing with an administration that's been slashing and burning and firing people indiscriminately as well. So all this is wrapped up. So what you do not do is you do not capitulate. You do not back down. You don't go, oh, well, you know what? Hey, we'll just go ahead and pack it in. No.
Family, you hear them? You don't capitulate. You don't back down. So they just continually screw us. So people that's out there with kids that need to eat, they don't matter. Because you don't need to capitulate. You don't need to back down. Them people with kids at home don't need to feed their families. This is what they're saying. Because you shouldn't capitulate. You should have never backed down. You can't make this shit up. And these are the people, you really think these people care about us? You must be out of your goddamn rabbit-ass mind. But we're going to continue. Let Roland Martin and his panel of idiots keep talking.
You try to get as much as you can.
Well, absolutely. And this is why Wendy Williams' sidekick should not be trusted with political information. I've long had a beef with Charlamagne, so let's just stop there. But I will say this is the exact point. This is why people need to do what it is that they do well. And when you don't understand health insurance or politics, you don't do that. You do entertainment news. Because what this is about is the fact that Republicans say want those premiums to go up and want them to go up permanently. That's why we're in this shutdown fight. That's why it's protracted. It is not on Democrats to just say, well, we'll give up everything so we can just open the government. That's not going to do anything for people come January when those insurance premiums go into effect. And the reason that people have been able to enjoy healthcare through the Affordable Care Act exchanges has largely been because of this subsidizing. And we did it during COVID. We can continue doing it. Republicans don't want to do it because they want to transfer money to their wealthy donors in the wealthy class. That is the conversation. And if you're not having that conversation, then you're not being sincere. And you are certainly doing a disservice to the millions of listeners who come on that show. And this might be the only bit of political news they get. And some of those very same listeners are getting their insurance through theirs.
Yeah, family. Respectfully, you heard her. You heard her. I gave her as much leeway as I could to let her get it out. Respectfully. So you compete to win. It was okay. How about at that time when it was COVID, people couldn't go to work? You see the difference? There's no COVID right now outbreak to where people cannot go to work. You can attain a job and you can keep it. You should. You're an adult. What are we talking about? They just want you to continuously ask for free stuff. That's what they want. Let the government continuously take care of you. No, we don't want that. We are capable of taking care of ourselves. We are capable of taking care of our own kids. Give us what's ours. It's like Rackington. You heard of Rackington? It's my money. I want it now. That's the problem. See, they talk about misinformation as Black people. Here's the crazy thing. As Black people, you should know one thing for certain, two things for sure. Black people don't like you playing with their money. Do I got to say that again? Okay, I am. As Black people, which they are, they should already know Black people don't like you playing with their money. You don't use my money that I need to feed my kids and hold me up for my responsibility because you want to make a point, because you want to try to prove something to somebody. Who the hell you think you is? And that's why the Democrats just lost a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people. But let these people keep talking because we're here for it. The content,
these exchanges.
Of course.
So this is irresponsible at best. It's malfeasance at worst. And I think this is what burns me up about this kind of stuff, is because expertise has gone out the window. Good journalism has gone out the window in favor of entertainment. These are people's real lives. Charlamagne will be able to pay for insurance any day of the week. He is a wealthy man, but most people who have to rely on these exchanges will not be able to do the same if the Democrats cave in and give the Republicans what they want right now, which is to have those premiums go up and have them go up with permanently, essentially.
And when you are winning the argument, when you are controlling the narrative, Cameron, you don't just say, here you go, take it away.
Mm-hmm.
No. I ain't gonna hold you. I just got a feeling what he's about to say, family's gonna be worse than what these two females just said. I don't know why I got that feeling, but he started off with the name wrong, Camel. He called him Camel. Let's continue though. Let's hear what Camel or
No,
Campbell, whatever.
I think this is politics 101. Unfortunately, like, the pain is very real across the country due to the government shutdown. The pain is very real, state to state, as so many millions of people of all races are being hurt by SNAP benefits. The pain is really real for travelers who have hours and hours of waits and delays because of TSA workers and air traffic controllers are not getting paid. It is definitely impacting even my own family. My sister's a nurse in the military. She has not received her paycheck. I've got plenty of friends who are active duty who are not receiving their paychecks. But all that aside, we have complained and we have seen how Trump has slashed education budgets, slashed.
So hold on. So what you're saying now is all your family is affected and you don't give a damn. That's basically what he said, family. I didn't say it. He said it. How did he say it? Did you hear what he just said? His family in the military, his friends here, his peoples there, all have been not getting checks, this and that. But it's okay that the Democrats hold their money up and ours to make their point. And they didn't even get nothing. This is what the most egregious thing about this is. This is the problem. You did all this for 40-something days, and you didn't get nothing. Complete waste of time. Yet, Campbell here, his peoples went without. But there's a but. And the but is, I don't know. Let him keep talking.
Healthcare budgets has done so much to eliminate tens of thousands of jobs, not just in the government, and then all the ecosystems that when those government jobs, it's not just the person in the house loses their jobs, the restaurants they go to, the child care center they could afford to used to send their kids to, and now they can't. So many other people are affected when all of these folks are losing their jobs. And Democrats, for once, have both the narrative on their side, because guess what? Republicans control the House, they control the Senate, they control the White House, and even though this is supposed to be nonpartisan, they control the Supreme Court as well. So they have all the levers of power. That it is on them to come up with something to, if they want to really reopen the government. But they realize that it is so untenable, especially when these ACA subsidies end at the end of the year, and they are hearing it in their districts that I can't afford a 50, 100, 150% increase in my health care. I'm going to have to come off of health care. And then hopefully I keep a job. I hope I keep my job that may be subsidizing the health care. And small businesses and large businesses are looking at to what levels they're going to fund their employees' health care because those costs are going up. So this is an opportunity where they need to do, and at the Democratic Party, and I think they've been doing a good job, they can continue to even do better and do more to educate people on exactly why the government is shut down, what they are fighting for, and what they hope to see if Republicans are to expect any votes from Democrats to reopen the government.
There it is. Campbell doesn't even know what's really going on. You know how you know he don't know what's really going on, family? He couldn't explain it. What did he just explain to us? What did you take from what he just said? You learned something? Please put in the comment section. Talk to me nicely. Best believe I talk back. Yeah, you're a liar. And your breath stinks. They sound like a bunch of kids, juveniles, tit for tat. Only thing he said was Trump took away a bunch of jobs, this and this. So now we're going to use this as basically leverage. They just didn't use the word to fight against him. Why are you using us and our money to fight against anybody? Why don't you use your brains and common sense that you're supposed to be an elected official? Why you can't use that? Why you can't use each other the way you're supposed to? Why are you using us? Why are you using ours? We don't like that. Rackington. It's our money and we want it now. But anyway, let's get back to Charlamagne, shall we? Yes, we shall.
Roland, what makes what I said BS? I said the healthcare is going to go up anyway because of the big, beautiful bill, because that didn't include the extension of the tax credits to keep the cost down. That's fact-based. Okay, Mimi pointed out that some people were already receiving higher premiums since the beginning.
Real quick, family. You heard what he just said? How is that misinformation? Only thing I said was it's going to go up regardless. So if it's going up regardless, why are you holding up people's money? This is the point, family. You did it purposely. You all was a part of that. The whole Democratic Party was a part of that. And you all did this to us purposely. This is not a joke. You purposely did that. You purposely held people up and they didn't get their SNAP benefits, and or certain people didn't get checks. Purpose? Nah. We ain't letting that slide, family. Let's continue, though. Definitely ain't letting that
of the
slide.
open enrollment period. People have been receiving notices of higher premiums. So where was the misinformation? Roland, you may not agree that Dems should concede and vote for the government to be reopened, but don't say it's misinformation. Okay, maybe I gave too short an explanation. Maybe I oversimplified it. Maybe I should be clearer for the audience, and I will right now. When the big, beautiful bill, or as Reverend Barber called it, the big, deadly bill, or as Jasmine Crockett calls it, the big, ugly bill, when that bipartisan spending package Republicans forced through, when that was passed, Democrats failed to extend the ACA premium subsidies that were originally expanded under the American Rescue Plan and Inflation Reduction Act. Okay, without those tax credits, ACA or Obamacare premiums increase automatically, and they're already locked in for 2025 since insurers file and finalize their rates months ahead. So if healthcare premiums have already gone up and are fixed for the year, then keeping the government closed, the fight for lower premiums makes no sense to me, especially when on top of high healthcare prices, so many people are suffering right now because of.
There you go, family. There you go. They did it for no reason other than to try to play tit for tat, to try to. What are you, kids? You can't make this shit up. Well, you're a bunch of kids, a bunch of adolescents and grown adults. Oh my goodness, family. There are a bunch of adolescents and grown adult bodies running our political system. You can't make this shit up. We got to do something about this. We got to, especially Roland Martin, a liar.
The government shut down, and that's what I care about.
Do you know why it's so easy for Roland Martin to call something misinformation? Because he's always spreading it. It's just that simple. Him and his panel of dweebs always spreading misinformation. It never fails. It never fails. No, sir. You are the liar, Roland the Dweeb Martin. Let's continue, though. Charlamagne, come on. I know you got some more to say.
People. Okay, that's why I said what I said, because of the people who are being hurt by this. Federal workers who haven't been paid in 40 days, they past due on rent right now. Can't pay for child care right now. Hell, they can't pay for the health insurance they do have because they don't have any money coming in. Not to mention people not getting the SNAP benefits. So how was what I said some BS? How was that misinformation? Once again, Roland, if you would have said I disagree with Chalamange, Democrats should fight and not vote to reopen the government until some concessions are made on health care, cool, I would understand that. It's fair. But to say it's some BS and label it as misinformation, that's just a lie. And you did that on purpose. That was intentional to discredit me and the Breakfast Club, but we'll get back to that. He even had a sister.
Family, really, I'm telling you, I said that. He did it on purpose. But here's the thing about Charlamagne. This is why he's an idiot. This ain't nothing new. He been knew Roland Martin was spreading misinformation. He been knew Roland Martin was doing the things he's been doing on the internet with his rhetoric. He ain't never had nothing to say about it. Not once. Till now. And you know why that is? Because Roland Martin had something to say about him. If Roland Martin didn't say what he said, Chalamange, you, sir, would not even be mentioning his name, which is a fact. We can't be mad at that, though, family, because we're here for it. Why are we here for it? It's content. We're here for the content and the content only. But Chalamange needs to give himself the donkey of the day. Family? Oh, yeah, I said it. Chalamange the God needs to give himself the donkey of the day. And that's just being all 100. Simple fact, now you under the fire. Now you're going to see firsthand the things people's been saying, Chalamange, about the Democratic Party. Care about us. You already knew that, though. It's not something you knew. But now you got to talk about it. That, my friend, is what's going to change everything. The whole dynamic, family. He's going to have to talk about it in the light now, the same way he just spoke about it because of Roland Martin. He ain't going to be able to turn back now. You just undone Pandora's box there, brother, and buckle up because guess what? We got our foot on next, and we here for anybody, and everybody. Well, family, with that, hope you enjoyed today's reactions. Please, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Talk to me nicely. Like I always say, best believe I'll talk back. Things are getting serious in them streets. And I mean physical and YouTube. And also political. With that, you already know what it is. It's your boy TW. And yes, we are most definitely uncensored. After these messages, but first, don't forget that motto. 9 to 5, that's to make a living. 5 to 9, that's to make a way of life. If you don't believe anything, you best to believe that. Where was I? Oh, yeah. After these messages, I will be right.
Bang, bang. Stand tall or lose it all, lose it all. So what you wanna do, huh? Stand tall on your feet or lose it all, lose it all. So what you wanna do, huh? Stand tall on your feet or lose it all, lose it all. So what you gonna do, huh? Stand tall or lose it all, stand tall or lose it all.
I get to gunning like a gangster movie. This ain't no gangster movie, homie. This is real life, one of a kind. I'm not different.